Okay, now we're going to start coloring the face with the colored pencils. So the first color I'm going to use is Peach Beige. You're going to want to make sure you don't push hard. Just going to put a light layer over the top of her face. The more layers we put on, the thicker it'll get. You push harder, the more layers you have. But if you start now pushing hard, it's going to get really shiny and the colors aren't going to stick together very well. It just works easier to do a light layer. So I'm going to start. And I'm not pushing hard at all. Staying inside the lines. I'm not going to color over the eyebrows or over any of the lines that I've made. Just going to color around them. Inside the lips, or the bottom lip anyway. Okay, and then the neck. And the shoulders. Okay. Oh, and the ears. I always forget the ears. There are other face colors you could use, like beige, seashell pink, ginger root. These are all colors I like to use for the face. It doesn't really matter. This is ginger root. It's a little yellower. It's not much different. It doesn't really make a big difference. Okay, so the next color I generally use is Mineral Orange. And I will start filling in, still lightly coloring, not pushing hard, around the edges. Maybe where her nose ends there, and right in there. That little, I don't remember what this is called, but between your nose and your top lips. Trying to color this so you can see. I'll do under the eyes for some shading. We'll do under the neck. This doesn't have to be perfect right now. It's just a base or a layer. Okay, so the next color, let's see. The next color I'll use is Burnt Ochre. And we'll just kind of do the same thing, not going maybe in as far as I did with the last color. And this is really just a shade darker, not too much darker. A little bit under the bottom lip there. And you can do on the nose there and bring it down a little bit. I think I'm pushing a little bit harder than before, but not really too much. Let's see. We can go a little darker. I've got some terracotta here. I would fast forward this part, but I'm not too good at editing, so I'll try to be quick. A little bit under the nose again, a little bit under the bottom lip. Maybe we'll fill in the mouth a little bit, the top lip anyway. I think take the white and fill in some of the eyeball. It kind of makes it easier to see what you're doing. Okay, and let's see. This color I love. I use it on almost every single thing that I do. It's called Light Aqua. And I'm going to go ahead and fill her eyeballs in with that. You could also do a dark eye if you'd rather have a dark eye. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I need to finish the terracotta down here in her neck. Oops. Give her a little more shadow. Okay, so let's see. We'll take some seashell pink. Actually, no. We'll take some, what is this? Nectar. And we'll fill in cheeks. Kind of blend into the stuff around the other colors anyway. Fill that in a bit, and then I'll take a crimson red and lightly color on the pink. We'll take the nectar again and we'll fill in her bottom lip down there. And I'm pushing kind of hard on that. And then with the top lip, we'll give her some red. Maybe make it a little bigger. Okay, and I think I will take my Tuscan red. Give her a little bit darker around the outside of the cheeks. Add a little bit into her lip, a little under there. I'm going to take my crimson red again, maybe add a little bit under there. Okay. Okay, and then my nectar again. You want to make sure that you're using the flat spot that you already started. If you do the point, you're going to get streaks and lines. So hit that. Blend it in a little bit. You don't want to push too hard when you're doing that. Blend that up a little bit. Okay, let's see. I like to add some yellow. This is goldenrod to her face. Just kind of randomly, it doesn't really matter too much. Just a little here and there for some yellow. It's nice to have a little bit of yellow in there. Kind of brings more of the colors out here into her face. Oh, let's see. I think I'm going to use this seashell pink and fill in some of these spots a little bit more. Blend it into the other colors a bit. Not pushing too hard. Fill that in a little bit. And down there a little bit. On the mouth. Maybe above her eyes. I think her nose is up a little bit too high, but I think I can fix that a little bit. Let's see. I'll take the terracotta. You bring her nose down a little bit. Bring her lip up a little bit. And the ginger root. Bring your nose down a little bit with that. I think that's a little better. Okay, so I also like to use the light aqua for highlights in the face. And I'll just add a little here and there. There's some on her nose. Here. Some under her chin. And I'm not pushing hard with this at all. Let me add a little to her neck, her shoulder, a little more to that eye. And I think I'm going to fill in some of her chest area here. Maybe some more of her head. And I've got the seashell pink. Okay, let's see. I think I will use some black and fill in some of the details. Just going around the eye, leaving that little, filling in a little bit of that corner thing in your eye. I don't know what to call this stuff. I don't know the technical terms. I'll put a little bit of black around her eye, and we're going to make a pupil. And I start at the top and kind of bring it down. Start at the top and kind of bring it down. And you can go over all this and adjust. And I'm going to on her nose a little bit. And a little bit on her lips. Oops. Fix that. I might lightly go down a little bit for the little bit under her nose. Just a little bit of the eyebrows. And I probably won't really do too much with this. I like it to just kind of be there but not be just standing out. Okay. And you can also blend with your finger a little bit. You can also use a blender, but I don't like to use that too much. You see it kind of blends in. And we'll come down the side. Hope you guys can see this. With my hand in the way, it's hard to color sideways. And down. Maybe lightly fill that in a little bit. Blend it with your finger. I'm going to give that little line you have, I guess the wrinkle or crease just above your eye or in your eyelid. I guess it is your eyelid. Just lightly put that on there. And let's see, I think that's probably good. Well, give that a little bit too. That's probably good for the black for the moment. Go ahead. A little more yellow. And we'll go back over all this when we're done coloring with the pencils and add some black acrylic paint for detail and make it pop. I think I'll go again with my crimson red. Fix her lips a little bit. Okay, let's see. I've got cobalt turquoise. And I'm just going to take a little bit up here on the side and bring it down. Bring it down. And I also want to take my white again and give her some highlights. I like to highlight the nose, make it feel more three-dimensional. A little bit on her forehead and on her chin. A little bit right there. A little bit on her lip, on her bottom lip. It just kind of pops things out a little bit, makes them look less flat. And I'll put some on her neck, a little bit on her shoulders, maybe a little under there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see, maybe a little tiny bit here. And I probably should fix the ears. I told you I forget the ears. Okay. I'll add a little bit, just like I did the face, same colors. And we'll take our black. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I might add a little more of this light aqua. Maybe a little more to her eye. I'm going to take the black. This isn't quite as sharp as I would like it, but fill the black in a little better. Pushing a little bit hard. Okay. Oops. A little more white showing on the other eye than this one, so I'll add a little bit. And go around that a little bit. A little bit. It's hard to get both eyes to look exactly the same every time. You could use a stencil to make your eyeballs the same size. Oh, I think I might have told you that already, but it's true. Okay, let's see, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'll shade this a little more. Okay, I think we are pretty much done with the face for now. We'll do all the acrylic details last. And I'll see you in the next video.